So I found this demo called Tiny Bookshop. Um, I don't think it was that long ago, but it might have been like a month, maybe. I don't know. Time. It's elusive. Um, but so I recorded my footage playing the demo, and yeah, I thought it was a pretty good demo. I thought it was a really interesting game. So I figured, hey, I'll use the footage instead of just deleting it or something. So it's called Tiny Bookshop. You run uh, a tiny bookshop, um, and there's different locations you can choose. At the beginning, obviously, it's just the starter location. Um, you have books in your shop that you sell. It's like a secondhand bookstore essentially that you're running. And it's the usual, like, oh, here's the local townspeople, like the Tildy lady. Um, it's got a tutorial that it kind of runs you through everything. You can turn the tutorial off in the settings um, once you get the hang of it. The demo is like 3 days, I believe, um, and it does unlock like additional places you can go to. Like there's a beach that I never did go to, and then there's some sort of like little shopping market district area place um, that you can go to. And yeah, so this kind of explains, it's like I said, it's a tutorial, so it's explaining everything. You got different books, um, the amount of each genre of book that you have increases your chance of being able to sell a book from that genre. And people come in and they'll buy essentially like as many books as they're wanting as they can find. It's really not the best way to explain it, I guess. Um, like the one dude just bought a travel book. Now he's bought a classic, and if he keeps finding books that he wants to get in that genre, the different ones or whatever, then they'll just keep buying them. Which, of course, is based on the amount of books you got, which is what makes the percentage of being able to sell it or whatever. There's also this dude Fern, who's a reporter or whatever for the local newspaper. Um, and so yeah, every day you get this newspaper where you can, like, I guess there's articles or an article that you can read about like stuff going on in the town or something. I don't know. I never read them. And then there's like they got all the different like, oh, books for sale is mostly what I was using the paper for. Um, so that's how you replenish your books, is like people putting ads in the paper to sell used books. Because like I said, this is a secondhand store. Um, yeah, and then when you're done for the day, you just close up your little shop. I don't know. I just thought it was a pretty cool little thing, like the fact that you click on all the windows and the door ramp thing to open and then close the store and drive off. Yeah, here's the thing. So yeah, it's got the weather, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was thinking. When I was piecing editing, I guess, this together. I was like, I don't really know what the weather does, but then I just remembered I was just hovering over the it shows the weather up in the top left corner when you're on site, and so yeah, I think it's like, oh, if it's a sunny day, you have a better chance of selling books or getting customers. If it's a rainy day, maybe not as much. I was thinking maybe there'd be like, some sort of place that has an overhang, or not really indoor, but some sort of like covered area that maybe that'll help negate it. Probably not. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking out my ass, I guess. There's also items that you can buy. Well, like this one is plus 2% to travel books to sell them. The cactus. Which, I mean, that, people see a cactus and maybe they're like, oh, let me read a book about this other place. Because, you know, cactuses. Maybe they're not local. I don't know. Anyways. But yeah, so there was also like a birdhouse that I bought that increased the chance to sell crime novels. Now, it was a red birdhouse, and I was like, oh, it must be color coded. So the cactus, since it's green, it must sell the green books, which I thought was the travel books, but those are blue or purple or something. I think they're blue. And the green books, I don't know. The drama is definitely green. The kids' books look green until I look at the green, actual green book, and then they look yellow. I'm colorblind though, so colors, don't work that well for me. So another thing, you can like decorate your little shop. I had more items, like you get items in the beginning after you place the cactus, but I didn't show all of that because I don't know. I figured it's boring, about as boring as listening to me drone on. This is the map. So that -2, that's how much it costs to actually set up shop there. And every place has its own price, and I guess presumably the more expensive places would have more people, or people more willing to buy the books. I don't really know. I mean, obviously it's a game, so if you're paying more for something, then you're getting something better, a better chance of something or whatever. And then before you go to the place, then you set up your bookshelf or bookshelves. I never actually got more than one. I don't know if you can in the demo. And then, yeah, it's like, oh, you can hover over the thing on the right side of each book to show the chance based on how many books you have in there. And then I removed everything so that I could make it look nicer and better, because I'm neurotic or something. And that took me a little bit of time. So I did cut that down a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just try to make it somewhat symmetrical, even though, and still kind of like, oh, I got more books of this, so I want to have more of that, but, So eventually that's what it looked like. It was not the best. I mean, the green isn't connecting to the other green up top, but it is below it. Same with the purple. So it's not the worst. But anyways, when you're done, you can, hit continue, move on to the next day. The second day was a bit of the same. Like, it introduced quests that they have, and then also, like, the fact that you can move around in the little area with the mouse cursor to you can, like, find people to talk to and things to interact with. Alright, now this is the part that I thought was really cool about the game. I'm not good at it at all. It seems very, what do you call that? You need intelligence or something? That's not what I was going to say, but I can't remember what I was going to say. But, yeah, so a person comes and they say, like, kind of what they're looking for and other books that they like. I poured over these books I don't know. I cut out like 3 or 4 minutes, I think, of me clicking on each book. But I thought the thing that I thought was the coolest was the fact that each book, I mean, almost all of them are real books. There's some that are about, like, oh, the local history of this place that is a fictional place, so those aren't real books. But yeah, the fact that like there's Dune, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I got Death Note in there, so you even have like uh, what do you call those things? You know, the Japanese comics that I can't remember the name of right now. Um, yeah, like I didn't know. Yeah, I okay. So with this dude that wanted an illustrated book or fan of illustrated books, and they also love classics, can't get enough Treasure Island. So I was like, hey, uh, Momo. Um, that might be good. I mean, like I said, it took me a while. I went through like all the different books, but I was thinking maybe they would have liked Death Note because they weren't super cool, happy about the Momo book. I think they still bought it, but it was like, you know, it's not exactly what I was looking for, but it works. And then this person wanted a real. They wanted how to say? They don't mind a dull book. They're looking for a real piece of literature. Um, and I was like, okay, how about the first one of a series of unfortunate events? I mean, maybe I don't know. But it's definitely that was not what they were looking for at all, and they didn't even buy that one. Like the first person, I'm pretty sure they bought their book, but then they were like, okay, you know, I'm done buying books or something. Yeah, yeah, it's like I don't know if I would call it an art or a science, but whichever one it is, I'm not good at it. But it's still fun. It doesn't like a lot of the games. Sometimes when I play a game and it's like, oh, you know, do this thing, and then I do it wrong, and I'm like, crap. Okay, let me go back a previous save and try and do it better. And this one is just like it feels different for some reason. Um, oh yeah, this dude wanted a classic and also inspiration for the kitchen. I figured Marco Polo. You know, he goes to Asia. There's some good food, and it worked. That was the one he was looking for, and then he goes and keeps shopping for more. Um, but yeah, like with this one, if I give like somebody's like, oh, I'm looking for this kind of book, and I'm like, well, how about this? And it's like, nah. I mean, that's not really doesn't sound that interesting to me, or not something I look for. It doesn't feel like, oh, I did it wrong. Let me try it again. It feels more just like I don't know, reality or something, you know, where it's just like, oh, okay, well, you know, whatever, that's fine. This is the journal. They have a journal. This shows you all your quests for the different locations. Cafe Liberté, that's what it's called. That's where I'm at currently. Um, but yeah, so it keeps track of all the different things to do in each location. You can still look at the newspaper as you're on site or whatever, uh, and you're actually able to buy books and stuff while you're there. It just gets shipped to your storage or inventory, not the shop inventory. You can't like sell it that day. And then that was the end of the demo. It was 3 days. Um, they have a Discord that you can join. I guess I didn't, but you know, in case that stuff people do, then there it is or whatever. And then I saw, oh, continue. I was pretty excited about that. Uh, and then there's the next day's books. Um, and spoiler alert, you can't actually continue. Uh, I bought, well, all the books because that was only $5 and that was only 15. And then the other one up there, I mean, it's on sale. It's $5 off or whatever those coinages are. And then it does I mean, it does all the usual, like, oh, you know, you got items that you can put in your shop or whatever, um, to decorate, you know. Which, like I said, it's, I don't know why my my screen just went to sleep. That was weird. I'm using it, man. What are you doing? I guess because I haven't moved my mouse. Regardless, but yeah, you got like the different decoration things, and then I go to the map, and it's still thanks for playing the demo. Oh my god, crap. So I started again, which, like I said, you can go to the settings and turn off the tutorial, and if you skip the tutorial, then you can just do the whole, oh, I want this book. How about this book? You can do that from the very first day. So that I thought that was cool. I thought it was pretty fun, but don't just take my word for it, because yeah, you can get the demo on Steam. So.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow. A reading